5 words. House of the Dead remake. Is this real life? We gotta talk about this. What are we drinking
today? We're drinking an import. Today we're drinking Golden Drac Ale.
All right, you know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss an upload. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's talk about the House of the Dead remakes.
Welcome to Gaming Off the Grid! Boom shakalaka!
Isn't it ironic that right after we release our episode on game genres that we fear are going extinct, one of them being light gun games, news breaks today that Forever Entertainment is working on a House of the Dead 1 and 2 remake? What the heck?
What the heck? Do we have a crystal ball?
It is out of control. It is like Christmas over here at Gaming Off the Grid. So Forever Entertainment, for those of you unfamiliar, this is the group that is working on the Panzer Dragoon remake currently.
Yeah, they're working on Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2, which are iconic Sega games, and those games are coming to the Nintendo Switch, and now they just announced that they're working on the remake for House of the Dead 1 and 2, and there's rumors that that's coming to the Nintendo Switch. That's not confirmed yet, but people are thinking that's what it's gonna do. It's freaking awesome. Yeah. I'm so jacked.
Yeah, we're jacked up about it, and there's so many unanswered questions. So first off, if you're new to the channel, we're huge fans of light gun games, and House of the Dead as a franchise might be one of the most mentioned franchises on the channel, from live streams to, you know, favorite co-op games, etc. So when this news broke, it was a big deal, and the reason is the franchise is still alive, but only in the arcades.
Yeah.
We had the pleasure of going over to Omaha to play the new House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn right when it came out.
That game is badass.
Yeah, and so we've griped a little bit about not being able to get our hands on this. And though we're excited, we have tons of questions about how this is going to be executed. Like, are there going to be guns? And how are they going to execute that?
I have no idea, because, you know, I've talked about this current gen of consoles does not have light gun games. And if it's coming to the Switch, how are they going to have a light gun? There's no Wii bar, there's no motion. Like, how are they going to do it? And if they don't do it with guns, is it really a House of the Dead game? Like, I'm worried.
You would think that they would have to. If they release it with controls only, I think that would be a huge mistake. And maybe there's going to be a peripheral with it that we don't know about. I do know the Joy-Cons have like the tilt, like access mechanic, but I don't think it has a directional aiming feature of any sort. So it'd be very interesting. I think they could possibly pull it off with PlayStation VR. But I really hope this isn't like a VR exclusive.
No, I want this freaking on all the consoles or the Nintendo Switch, and I want them to bring back the home light gun experience, because
I don't know if I ever told you.
Gaming Off the Grid was started because of House of the Dead, so this is awesome.
Absolutely. The other question that I have is, remake it how? Like, we've seen, this has kind of been the last couple years, the year of the remake, if you will, right? And tons of good ones. But I worry about this game. Is it just going to get a fresh coat of paint, or how much of a remake is it? Because there's something about the shitty dialogue in these games that have so much charm and make these games so campy, and honestly make us keep going back for more.
Yeah, dude, the dialogue in 1 and 2 are so bad, but we love it, and we still quote it.
Man committed a sin, disturbing the life cycle of nature. The original sin that man is responsible to protect the life cycle. I have made a creature to rule over mankind.
It makes me worry. It's kind of like if someone took your favorite, you know, B-grade horror film or grindhouse film and re-released it as a remake, right? And Disney took over. That kind of worries me a little bit.
But you'd be excited. There's not a date yet to be announced, but it did say it will be out by the end of 2020. So we got about a year, maybe.
Yep.
You know, once we find out more news, we will tell you guys, because it's like Christmas over here.
Yeah, and Sega right now has been really on fire. Their brand is really thriving. So first off, the announcement of the Panzer remakes. You know, they had Sonic Mania, I guess prior to that. The Sega Genesis Mini is doing very well. There's a new Streets of Rage coming down the pipeline, and a lot of these games are being touched not by Sega. They're being done by other companies, but it's still really good for the brand and for these franchises to get new life. So anyways, we're jacked up about House of the Dead 1 and 2 getting remade. We don't know much more about it than what we shared with you today, but it is exciting stuff.
And if they're gonna do this, you know, down the line, they might release a new House of the Dead game, or they might remake the other ones.
3 and 4,
and Scarlet Dawn might come to the home console. Like, there's so many possibilities, and I'm just gonna keep dreaming about it till it comes out.
Hey, and while you're at it, Sega, you know, like a new Nights into Dreams, a new Jet Grind Radio,
yes,
you know, those would all be great things that we could get at. Let's talk about this beer quick before we wrap things up.
All right.
Yep.
This is a really smooth Belgian style beer. It has like a really good, like, malty, I want to say caramely, but that's not the right word.
It's a very velvety beer. leather.
Yeah, velvet.
It lingers over the tongue. Like I'm still getting that texture, and it just lingers so well. It's an import. We don't do a ton of imports on the channel because they're kind of expensive where we live. This is worth the spend.
Yeah.
We had to buy it by the bottle, and they're fairly small bottles, but this is delicious. If you're a fan of Belgian beers, you really need to give this one a try. The Golden Drac Ale is a winner chicken dinner.
And so is House of the Dead.
Absolutely. In the comment section below, let us know what are your thoughts on House of the Dead 1 and 2 remake being announced. It's very exciting. Are you excited about it? Also, let us know what's your favorite House of the Dead game of all time, and what's another Sega classic game you want to see revived and remade. We always appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Maybe go play some House of the Dead games to brush up on those details. We'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid.